there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into this. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Hey, clap it in. We're back. We're back.
Let's do it.
We were just talking about Madden, but more importantly, screen cheating, which is
cheating. Shout out Meeker.
that's one of the most severe allegations that could be cast upon you back in the day is a screen cheater.
Right. I was running the same plays like Novocaine. Give it time, it always works. You know what I'm saying, Kev? Beat him big a couple times, and then he started doing the screen sheet bullshit, and then let's just say when you run a screen, Kev, and you deliberately highlight your defensive end and run to the other side, I think we know what
What's
happened there. Am I
on?
right, Kev? Yeah.
But then you audible slants, and then you burn him.
What?
Then you audible to slants.
I can't audible when he's already going off.
Oh, okay. Go.
Yeah, no, it's right when he does the snap and he's already going. Yeah, he's starting right to the spot. Yeah.
See, what changed the game with Madden though is you could. But when you could hold the button and keep scrolling through the page on Madden, so it looks like you're selecting a different play, but it selects when you hit X, so it's on the previous play. But that wasn't there originally. We had issues we were a big Call of Duty family, so when we had like a friend over, we'd run 2v2, and it was like screen cheating was the ultimate sin. That would get me punched on a reg from John. I'd be getting killed, and then I'd just pull out a sniper and be like, let's take this one low and slow, boys. Low and slow. That was the good old days. I haven't ripped sticks. I haven't played video games in so long.
I know that was when I was in New York, I played a lot. I was 82-0, and then 2K season, I was playing.
I love that.
Turn up the sliders a little bit. I was the Knicks. I was like year 4, drafted 3 rooks, signed LeBron and Kawhi, and it was pretty much that's all.
Do they have forced trades in 2K?
No, I didn't trade. I didn't do any trades. Mine was all built to the draft and then signed.
I think got Braun and fucking who else?
Braun, Kawhi, and 3 rooks is what we rolled with.
Pretty stacked.
And you just played every game.
Played every game. Not a lot going on in New York with Todd.
Hey, but dude, that must have been so fun to just smash.
Yeah, I put up my highest. I think I had a couple 100-point nights, and then Game 6 of the finals with Kawhi, he put up 93 because Braun got hurt. So I was just
wow, how unrealistic is that game?
Oh, yeah.
Braun getting hurt in the playoffs? No way. How crazy is it? I know it's stupid to talk about, but Braun is still as good as he is. I mean, I know we don't give Boog much credit, but
I hate to say it, but like if you don't think he's the greatest, like your basketball opinion is
I haven't even smoked yet today. Come on.
What's your take on that, Todd? You don't think he's earned himself the greatest title?
No, I think Jordan's the greatest. He's a fine number 2. I got nothing wrong with number 2. Steph's on his heels though.
I mean, Steph's changed the game more than anyone. Braun's definitely the best athlete that's ever played basketball.
Yeah.
And
I give it that.
But the different eras, it's hard to I hate the debate. It's not even worth arguing. 'Cause it's like
no, exactly. I would say LeBron's the best of his era. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I mean, multiple eras.
He's the GOAT, GOTE, greatest of their era.
I mean, don't sleep on Jokic and Luka.
But that's a different era. I feel it's like 20-year increments is your eras, right? Isn't that what you would say would be like a good era for basketball?
Even decades, you know?
I mean, LeBron was probably the best starting in like 07, 08 range when he won his first MVP
of the career. How it's just, I mean, it's gotten like better. I mean, it's insane. I mean, just the production of what the age value is and how like he's making X millions and like earning every dollar, like just from a pure like basketball standpoint and stuff. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the dude's like larger than life. I mean,
Well, yeah, I will say too, him and Bryce Harper, I think definitely filled the chosen one thing. They kind of.
Yeah, I mean, because Bryce was on the cover of 15 or something, SI, like.
He took a long time to fill out, though. There was a couple years where I was like, is Bryce gonna like he started off good, and then there was like a gap where it was like could go either way, gets traded, a career takes off. I mean, he was born to play. If there's anyone born to play in Philly, it's that scumbag
true.
Bryce Harper. I love it. Me not being born in Philly upsets me every day. I would thrive in that town.
But no, I will say, and people always say they like them having. I mean, they're gonna have since 15. They've had a camera in front of their face, so they're like child stars in a sense. They've done a good job of staying out of
trouble.
Yeah, out of trouble.
And like, relatively normal.
Right,
I mean, LeBron lies like a rug. He hasn't read more than page 1 of any book. But, dude, his lies are iconic at this point. Just saying, like, he knew what's his name was going to go for 80, Kobe, like shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
that
posthumously.
Even did it with the pass the other night.
Which,
I know, fucking such bullshit. Right through your hands.
Hilarious.
What I don't get though is, Draymond was there too, I think, but how can these guys just middle of the season? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Super Bowl for a night and just take the PJ back.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
I mean, was Braun there?
Yeah,
I mean Braun, but they don't play till Tuesday. They don't play till tomorrow.
Still, I mean, wouldn't you think he'd do it the guys? Like, wouldn't the Lakers like, oh, let's all watch a team? I would think it's middle of the season.
I mean,
it's a good camaraderie builder.
Yeah, exactly.
At Braun's house,
we got a overnight or day off in Denver. Yeah, let's go watch it somewhere.
Well, was he in Palo Alto yesterday? He was already halfway
on
there.
Saturday. I don't know. Did he ended up going to that game? He was at Cal on.
I looked at the USC page. I didn't see.
Oh, Bronny's game. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he was at Cal.
How do we think Bronny's going to end up panning out here? No. I don't think
he's out of all the mocks now. They took him out.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's like there's a chance that you can get LeBron James if you get Bronny. Right,
but is it worth it for Bronny to stay 4 years? I mean, that's cutting into LeBron James' timeline. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to be good enough to be on an NBA
team.
Him
and Bryce run USC for 2 years.
Well, he's like probably the 7th, 8th man on SC. I haven't even seen an SC game, so I can't.
And I mean, the guy had a heart attack on the floor. Like, let's
shout out.
What is this? Is this fucking?
Well, I mean,
work through it.
It's his first year back. I mean,
no, I know. But at the same time, it's like you kind of just gotta.
Didn't Shaq's son have issues too with heart?
Yeah,
he took a whole year off.
He's done though, right?
No, he's playing.
I think he went back to playing, but I don't think he's like full time playing. Like, I think he was playing, but it was like limited minutes or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. The Bronny thing's crazy. I think Bryce is going to be. We've talked about this, but I think Bryce is going to be the one that's sick.
Yeah, he's already like 6'6", isn't he?
Don't sleep on Zuri
too. I'm sleeping on Zuri.
Does she play basketball too?
But it's the WNBA either way. Sleeping on it.
Melo's kid's supposed to be good.
Yeah,
that he had with Lala.
That's so 2010s.
That was earlier than 2010.
Or that's what I mean, like the aughts, whatever you call it. God. What a reality TV back in the day, like Tila Tequila, Flavor of Love, like just uneffing real.
Brett Michaels one, Rock of Love.
Rock of Love, yeah.
When he had like a 6-way that one night. Like, you can't do that. Oh.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's one of the best parts of Step Brothers when he's watching Rock of Love. Little Heaven, Little Hell. Just so ridiculous. Boys, what you guys been up to? Got a couple rainy weeks off in the old Bay. What's everyone been doing? Todd, anything new? We had I don't know if you want to get into old Billy boy right away. Mets territory.
Billy Epps, not Epstein.
Yeah, not Epstein. Wrong flight logs.
Wrong log. No, not much of that. For those, I call back to a couple pods ago. The former New York Mets general manager is now suspended for a year, and I was interviewed by the head investigator.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know nothing much on that part, but other than that, just waiting for my Niner fan friends to talk to me again. I got booted from 2 chats last night.
Were you talking mad shit or what?
My boy Kyle, I just texted him again, telling him F you, hasn't responded to me. I won't hear from Jerry for 2 weeks probably. He goes into hiding. So yeah, I'm just but like guys like Mitch, they take it on the chin. They're good, dude. Dude lost money and he's fine, but
well, that's what I was gonna ask. Is there
others
any
have the Boog Meek in them where they
yeah? Well, I remember.
No, but let me just say.
Yes.
I didn't text a single.
Hey, that's big of you because you hate the Niners.
Yeah,
I did.
But like that's just.
Well, what happens is Kevin. I'm in a college chat. We all go back and forth on stuff. Kev Higgins usually tees me up, and we use double team.
That's bolt ups,
right? So he asked in the chat, he's like, "Who we like today?" And I threw off my Abba Mahomes jersey shirt that I wore, and threw
You're
that
such a
in the
fucking
kingdom.
shit
And then
disturber.
Jerry calls me a loser. Kev texts me on the side that he's got Chiefs and a bunch of bets with the Chiefs. I'm like, let's go. So then Kyle has nothing, leaves the chat, says add me later. Add me later, leaves the chat before the game even starts.
Soft
Bitch
move.
Bitch move.
What the fuck? It's a football
I know,
game.
Seriously, aggressive.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
And in my defense, I did have one or
few,
two or
yes.
10 nooners yesterday.
Lubed up.
So almost immediately after Hardman crosses the goal line, I add Kyle back and I go, welcome back. Or no, I say, nice hit, Kev. And then I say, welcome back, Kyle. And I immediately get ejected. Just bing, bing.
Was
gone.
Did he boot you out?
No, Jerry's bitch ass. I know who does it. He's the only one that does it. So then I'm in another separate group chat with Jerry and his other weird ass friends, and I just annihilate him, call him a bitch.
Love that.
All this stuff. He drove a bottle of, I bought him a really nice bottle of wine like 2 or 3 years ago, and it has like all the Niners Super Bowls on it. It's really cool. I got it like Lenardi's. It was a birthday gift. Has the logo, a bunch of shit, but trophies on it. And he drove to Reno actually to watch it with his family yesterday, and he has a bottle of wine. He's like, gonna drink this tonight after the win. Blah 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 blah.
Oh,
Why would you
yes.
say that?
Yeah, it's so good.
This is the best. This is the best
Well,
part.
that's what you get.
sends
What a fool.
He sends a picture of the bottle, and then the back of the bottle, like the nutrition facts, whatever. And on the back, it says, you zoom in, bottled in Kansas City, Missouri. And we're like, oh, it's bottled in Kansas City.
Oh, that's
And then
so
I was
bad.
ripping him. I'm like, you motherfucker, you drove that bottle all the way to Reno and you're going to get a fucking taste it, you piece of shit.
That would have been so great if it popped on the way over on the once it hit elevation.
But yeah, that's so now I'm just waiting for them to
I love that.
back
There's
into
nothing better than
comparison.
shit disturbing. I did
No,
that.
exactly.
And that my case is probably worse, but back when the Avengers, like whenever Tony Stark died.
Oh yeah, you're one of those guys.
Well, someone pissed me off in the chat. I forget what show that. I don't even know what show they ruined for me. They ruined a show for me. And so I just sent back an iron. It was like a kid's coffin, but it was like decorated as Iron Man. And that's all I sent in the chat. Got booted, and I don't think I was ever
Well,
back.
my thing is if you're gonna be obnoxious and give it,
You gotta take
You
it.
better be able to take
You
it.
gotta take
You better be able to take it.
But I mean, I know the answer for Turner, but like taking the game so serious to where you get like pissed, like you gotta like leave the room.
As my father says, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
No, I've gotten better over the years. I think when I was younger, definitely was more into that. The last Packers Niners playoff one, that one was a little tougher just because I had a lot of shit going on in my life. But so yeah,
I really needed a Packers win that day.
That one was
That's
tough.
NFL.
Yeah, there's one of many L's that day. But no, so yeah, but now like I don't know. I think especially we're spoiled with the Giants. I mean, we were just happy to be there all three.
It's crazy,
Yeah,
right?
right. Like it was like same thing with the Packers this year. Just have you there. I think the bigger ones I get disappointed are the Warriors because it's expected. I mean, just because of
good point.
Like they were,
they should be winning.
Team. Yeah,
yes.
they should be winning everything. But yeah, I'm definitely not. I mean, I didn't hear from Jerry for 2 weeks last summer after when the Kings lost. He didn't talk to us for like 2 weeks. Like
that's wild.
Yeah.
Zero Dark Jerry. I mean, you almost gotta respect it, but
I mean, I've been there, Jerry, but I don't dish it when people come at me. I mean,
when Connor, like, literally, I'm not even joking. Like when we did the Broncos Packers game, I was like telling Mom, I'm like, if the Broncos, if the Packers blow him out, like he's gonna be, I can't be around him the next night because then I can't like cheer and stuff because he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, so I'm like, this is a lose-lose situation.
I
This is gonna happen.
I was good.
No, you were good. No, you were good. You were fine. And thankfully, the Broncos won, so it was yeah.
I remember after they lost their whatever championship,
The Seahawks won.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say something.
I was here, and then I was like, "Where did Boog go?" And I was in the back room, and he's just like on the computer by himself. I was like, "You good?" He's like, "Yeah,
You
like
recorded me,
fucking like,
didn't you?
leave me alone or something like that." And I was like, "Oh god, yeah." It was on Vine. It was on Vine
Dude,
forever.
let me just say that Super Bowl, I talked a lot of shit the whole year. Like I just kept talking, and I got fucking
Drilled
right
for it,
hook
yes.
to the fucking mouth. So,
But then 2 years later, you got
yeah,
it.
I was just to your Niners fans. For that other Super Bowl, I didn't say much. I kept it wraps. And then look what happened. So,
Hey, and
so let me just say this: do that, and the NFC Championship shirts are still on sale. So check those out.
that's part of the Niners' problem too. Is they're still talking shit to Phil or to Eagles fans about. I'm like, that's last year. Like, who gives a fuck?
A lot of it, I think, just because and I'll probably get killed for this too, but I think Niners fans are very obnoxious.
Oh yeah,
I think
even at Niners games, it's like the worst. It's the worst viewing experience at any stadium I've gone to in terms of like fans around you. Like people are chirping you, even in Niners. It's like, what the fuck are we?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like they're yelling at you to stand up. It's like, can I just sit and enjoy
and it's
a game?
also like, and my cousin is very prone to this. He does this all the time on Twitter. Like it's like the fumble yesterday on special teams. That's why we lose. That's why we always lose like that. Like it's like the game's already over. It's like, dude, like just shut up and watch the game and talk afterwards.
I will say the Niners special teams and playoffs is atrocious. There's been a few muffed. That wasn't even a muff yesterday, but off the boot.
I think I was actually
into the red zone,
I
fucking
was
first
pooping,
play.
and I was like,
that was absolutely crazy. They get into the red zone, one play, fucking boom.
Shing.
AFC West, man, I gotta represent.
I love that. Kev, you think your Lions would have fared a little bit better yesterday than?
I don't know. It would have been a different game, but I don't know. I think if it would have gotten into a shootout, I would not have been like sweating it out. Like I would have been like, all right. I mean, if it was the flow of the game, I think possession for possession, they would be, at least in it. But no, I mean, that game had a bunch of drama, at the end. It was slow for like the first 3 quarters. It was tough.
Brutal. First half was brutal.
Yeah, Usher really kind of carried us through there.
Well, the only highlight was the Dun Kings commercial.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
so good. That was the best commercial,
Tommy
right?
Keys, what they call it on the.
I didn't. I had one earphone in. We were flying home. I was on South.
No, you were on a flight during the game.
On
Who booked
Southwest.
that?
Well,
we got to get into the.
We can get into. But the flight situation. I'll just say that real quick. Coming home, we had a flight for 6 something. So we were going to be flying. We're going to be watching most of the game at the airport. Then fly home. Like John was going to drop us off at the airport early so they can get back, watch the game. We'll just be there for like 3 hours. Sucks, but whatever. So we're at the mall, like just trying to kill time for Sunday before our flight. Like just went to breakfast, bunch of shit. And Mikey and Sam get the bright idea to switch the flight early to the earlier one. And we're like,
just them or everyone?
Like we're all on the same flight, and they're like, "Well, we're thinking of switching the flight earlier." And like to their credit, like it is nice being home earlier. Like having to have had to watch the end of that game on the flight would have sucked.
That's just typical Mikey, though. God, we won't get into.
It was. People were upset that he was calling a last minute audible and having everyone change plans. But we all brought our bags. So I stayed at a hotel with my mom, dad, sisters. We stayed at a hotel. Mikey and Sam stayed with John. And
In Chandler?
In Santan. I don't know. Wherever the fuck it is. I have no clue.
We'll cover that up, viewers. We'll get that going.
Somewhere, map of Arizona.
Yeah.
So they didn't bring any of their bags or stuff to breakfast. Like, we brought all of our shit, checked out of the hotel, just were like, we'll do something throughout the day. And like, we thought that would be like a common thing to do. Like, we're not gonna, like, the airport's on an hour away from John's house. Like, we're meeting in the middle. Like, you just bring your stuff. We'll do shit around here.
Right.
So they don't do that. So John's like, well, if you want to change your flight, like, we gotta go. And they're like, fuck. So they go back to John's house and like, we're scrambling. It said 8 seats left on the flight or something like that. And there was 6 of us.
And he didn't change it for all you guys, just them two?
Well, they only had their 2 flight things. And Sam had to call because he was like her +1. Like, she has a companion. So it's
How
exactly.
Big Mike not saying.
Well, Big Mike's driving home. Big Mike's driving, so Big Mike don't give a flying fuck. He's just laughing, and I'm there. I'm like, I don't care. My sisters are starting to get a little riled up. But so they, like, it says 8 seats or something remaining. And so she's got to call in and do it, but she didn't like reserve a seat. She just checked to see how many there was. So we're on the app. Christine does it. Christine booked my flight, and hers, Morgan's my mom's, books it for them. So they flip it, and then she tells Mike, like, okay, you're good to change it. And then I guess they were able to get it. And then as soon as we got to the airport, there's like 3 or 4 people waiting for standby. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Like, that would have been, I would have murdered somebody, like switching it, or, you know what I mean? Like, canceling the other one and then getting on standby, and then whatever. The other flight wasn't full. We got all got A boarding because it was literally middle of the Super Bowl. No one's flying.
Right.
So that flight would have been cool. But still, it was like, after we got our hopes up for going home early, I was like, kind of set on it. I was like, fuck this. Like, I would have been pissed. So we're all last boarding group now. We went from A to...
So you're all not sitting together?
No, not sitting together. And we're walking in. The lady's like, everything's full. Like, take whatever's available. Oh, first things first. They were like not in a rush at all because they both have clear. So they're walking right through. So like, I don't know if
Jim,
that's...
why don't you freaking speak up and
because I'm just laughing.
this?
I'm laughing. I came prepared for this trip, so Jim's in the right mental headspace.
He's a fun guy, if you get what I'm saying. He's a fun guy.
I'm
folks.
fine. And so like that's the only reason I can imagine they weren't like stressing for time. Because I'm like, I don't know how many people are going to be at this fucking airport. Like, middle of the people might be trying to get home before the Super Bowl. Who knows? But anyways, we get in the flight. They're like, just take whatever's available. I'm like, I'm a big no middle. Like, I can't sit in the middle seat. There's nowhere to put your head. You can't like lean on it. Like, you're invading people's space no matter what you do. So we walk in, and like the second row on the plane, there's this little tiny Asian lady, and then this littler tiny Asian lady, open seat right next to them. I was like,
hot or no?
Absolutely not. They were like 95 and like 110 years old. And I was like, is anyone sitting there? Anyone sitting there? Window seat. She's like, nope. And then they both hit the leg scoot. Like, they didn't get out of the thing. Like, there was enough room to where they could just move their legs over. And I just like walked right through, window seat. Watched Chop Jr. halfway through, flipped on the game.
Jr. Wow.
So you guys in the massaging?
I know a guy. That's so good. That's really funny. But yeah, no, then the Wi-Fi in the game fucking sucked dick. So it's like you're fighting through it, and then
I'd have been like, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, it was brutal. And then as soon as the landing gear touched down, I switched over to Stream East.
There you go.
Found LTE way up high.
You didn't watch the Nickelodeon one? That one? That's
dude, some of those were so funny.
So funny.
It was like underrated, really good.
I was reading. So you saw that how Dora did like the
rules.
Was the rules
yeah.
person? Someone tweeted like, I want Nickelodeon to do a World Series game so bad. So when a guy pimps a home run, she explains why that next guy's getting a fastball to his wrist.
So funny. That would sell though. Like,
that's hilarious.
It's so good. I don't know how long I could do it for, but like, say there's a big game 7, throw SpongeBob on the mic. Fuck.
2024 is here in full swing, and that means it's time for a New Year's resolution check-in with our friends at Manscaped. Newsflash: it's never too late to level up your grooming game and keep your bush tamed. Manscaped's new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Whether you're going for a trim or that clean-shaven look, this trimmer has you covered. Trusted by over 10 million men worldwide, now is your time to get a grip on your grooming with our exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code Trough for 20% off plus free shipping. The ball has dropped, but don't drop the ball on your balls.
Thanks, Kev. I'll be honest. I used my Lawnmower 5.0 right before the pod. And boys, I feel glorious. There's just something about a freshly clean ball bag. Post ball buzz, my confidence is at an all-time high. I gained at least an inch, maybe 2. Some guys are growers, others are showers. Manscaped, they make you both. My anaconda don't want none unless you manscape, son.
I hope you don't want sons. But hey, that's okay. To each their own, I guess. Introducing the MVP of 2024, Manscaped's 5th generation lawnmower. It's not just a trimmer, it's your grooming sidekick. Equipped with 2 skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. It's like having a personal stylist at your fingertips, or well, wherever you need it. And did we mention it's waterproof? Because a trim in the shower is the only way to start the day. And for my men who want a full grooming experience, look no further than Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0. In this grooming kit, you get the trusted lawnmower, Manscaped's ear and nose hair trimmer, and essential aftercare products with the Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant. Yeah, it's deodorant for your balls. I bet you didn't know you needed that. As a gesture for the new year, they even threw in 2 free gifts, the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag, because they know good and well you're still rocking your Boxers from high school. Let's face it, resolutions might come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay thanks to Manscaped.
Get 20% off and free shipping with code Trough at manscaped.com. Embrace a new you and definitely embrace a new trimmer, courtesy of Manscaped.
Manscaped?
But
I'm in.
can we get back to my god brother not and no invite to the 30th? And
yeah, so I don't know.
Because I want to hear what did you guys do? Obviously.
So
it was pretty big thing, the Waste Management Open.
Right. It was. So we flew out to the Waste Management. It was honestly a shit show from the start. So what happened was, I don't want to throw any smut on your brother's name, but he texted Tay Meek, and Tay Meek threw the X-nay, and so Mikey was like, well,
I heard that Tay Meek was supposed to plan it.
Exactly.
And then me and our friend and avid listener from Miami are not happy after hearing that.
Dude.
Let's play golf soon.
Only Tay and Mitch were potential invites. That's it.
I don't think
am I really that bad of a hang, guys?
No,
seriously, am I that bad of a hang at a golf tournament? I think I'd be fun, Kev. I really do. Especially at that one.
I think the thinking was is if Tay said too expensive, not going. Mitch said he wasn't going. Obviously, he went to the Super Bowl.
And I never got a text. I would have gone.
And so I think he was just like, no one would go. And so he just didn't send the text. I probably should have sent the text. But anyway, so we're going to Waste Management Open. Everyone's flying out Friday morning. I got a flight Friday morning. Get a call Thursday at like 5 o'clock. Hey, can you be here for an interview tomorrow morning? I think I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I know it must have been Wednesday at late because I had time to switch my flight.
This was another round, or was this?
This was just a preliminary. I had a phone, like the phone interview or whatever with the recruiter a couple days
with
before.
The hiring manager. Or
whatever. This was exactly. So. I'm like, fuck, yeah, like, obviously you can't say no. Like,
yeah.
So I say yes. Interview goes swimmingly, I would say. And at this point, I've done so many. I've gone to so many interviews and like phone calls and shit. It's always the same stuff. So it's like not a big sweat. And like I was saying before, like it's like a test. Like I never, you know what you know. Like I'm not going to go in and fucking stress out about it.
Exactly.
But anyways, I do the interview, and then the next flight they could get me out on was 5:00. Which sucks. It means I'm getting into Phoenix around 8:00 their time, and
bottle services at 9:30.
Yeah, so directly to bottle service. Exactly. No, so I fly in, and again, they're having a steak dinner. I was supposed to get a ride home from the airport. It was always supposed to be fleshed out, and they're eating steak, and they go, "Hey, why don't you just Uber to the hotel?"
Oh, what?
They bring you a meal?
So they did bring me a meal. I mean,
was it at that spot from?
Yeah, Santan Flats. It's a good place.
Yeah, that's a great place.
We went back the next night.
That was a sick spot.
Yeah, no, it's all outdoor. It's like got fire pits and shit.
It's like a Western steak
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
It's
yeah.
cool.
But so they brought me back a steak and some stuff from there. It was fine, a little cold. hey, who am I to complain? Who am I? But I took a fucking $70 Uber, and everyone was like, "I'll pay for it," and I'm like, "I got money. You're insulting me, but I
would have Venmo charged everyone.
But
on the Jogatelli.
So I get to the hotel, and we're chilling, and then the next day we got to be up. We got to be out of the door at 7 to go to the waste management. That's the plan.
So you weren't with the 5 a.m. crew. That was
no. So when I got down, so I got up early. We had the old continental breakfast at the place. Gotta love it. So I go down.
Yeah. Let's hear the spread at the con.
It was a bad spread.
Did they have the waffle maker?
No waffle maker. It was
cereal spread. What do we have?
A lot of cereal. So it was a lot of Fruit Loops, Raisin Bran, Frosted Flakes,
hard-boiled eggs,
mini wheats, hard-boiled eggs.
Okay.
French toast. So I ended up going French toast, sausage.
Okay.
What else do they have?
Bacon?
Heavy on the sausage.
Oh, I went a bagel. Not heavy on the sausage. I learned my lesson. Yes, light on the sausage. It'll dry you out. The salt dries you out, boys.
Eating sewn up. Yeah, right, man.
Yeah. But anyway, so we go, and then they had these like, it was like a 2 or it was like a 1 egg omelet, but like it looked like
they make in front of you or whatever.
No, actually, absolutely not. It was like there was like 100 of them stacked up, and so I got down there pretty early, and so it looks like it's just 1 egg, and they put like this cheese in it, but it's like this gross. Like you could squeeze the cheese out, look like a fucking squeezing a zit. It was fucking disgusting. And so I squeezed all the cheese out, ate the egg, need some protein. Shout out, right, Cal.
Shout out.
And so I'm talking to the guy downstairs, like 5 a.m., and I'm talking to the guy, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, like everyone left for the golf tournament at 4:30. I didn't have a heart to tell him, shit, I'm going too. Yeah. But he's like, yeah, everyone left at 4:30, like blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, shit. So anyways, we finally get out the door like 7:15, whatever. And the way they set it up is so you can't park anywhere within a mile of the golf course. It's like all shuttle services. So we park like a couple miles away, whatever, and it's fucking raining right out the gate.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like not great, but Kelly, shout out Kel Wall, brought ponchos for everybody. Poncho for everybody. And
now, were there road sodas during that ride, or
no road sodas?
Because I know Big Mike's notorious for
he does. He has this whole bar kit he brings into the hotels. But no, there was honestly, we weren't drinking that early, and they don't sell alcohol until 9 a.m. inside the tournament.
Well, and then they suspended it.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll get to that. But anyway, so we're shuttling to the thing, and it's like as soon as you walk in, it's like a nightmare. There's like thousands of people walking in at the same time.
So wait, when do the gates technically open at like 6?
I think
because I saw on Twitter everyone was lining up at like 5.
Yeah, and I think they line up like 4:35, and I think they run in it's like 6 or 6:30 or something like that. So they're in there for 2 hours before anyone tees off, or hour and a half before anyone tees off, really. But we got there, ended up getting there like 8 or something like that. Anyways, They're right when you walk in, big old fan shop. It's like a huge fucking building where they have like just unlimited PGA gear, whatever you want. And it's like, that's the best looking hat I've seen for the tournament. But just a lot of shit. Like nothing I honestly would wear. The logo's kind of sick for the waste management. I was like,
so you didn't even get a sous vide?
Didn't get a sous vide. Well, so we get beers. I didn't get a beer. Mikey waits in line for the concession stand, and there's beer stands everywhere, and he's waiting in a normal concession stand.
God, that
just
guy.
Rookie mistake. I know. Sorry, Mike. You're getting chapped this episode. But,
Fuck. His birthday episode.
I know. Happy birthday. This will come out probably on his birthday. But anyway, so then I'm like, dude, there's a beer stand up there. Like, I was just like, you know me, I got to go walk around, take some solo trips, clear the headspace.
Being a fun guy. He's
exactly.
Being a fun guy.
But anyway, so I like, we're watching, and it's like wet as fuck. Like I'm talking like mud. I wore these shoes. I was one of the only smart ones in the crew. They're leather all the way around, so water's not seeping in.
Yeah.
Some people wore cloth shoes, and like I'm talking, there was puddles that went up to like all the way almost until the top of where like the ankle line cuts in. It was crazy. And they tried in the morning throwing like pieces of cardboard down to like, so you walk on that. It's like, and those got trampled within minutes. And so we're sitting there, and this is the first thing we did after that, the fan shop. You exit out on hole 9. Hole 9's right there. And there's this hill that people are walking up that like at normal day, it's like, go for it. And it's been walked on so much the last 2 days already that people are going up and eating absolute shit. And
it's
it's like
when they're sliding down too.
This is not, but it's like one of those hills. But these people are not intentionally falling. And so like we're sitting there and we're just like not even watching. I probably watched 10 swings of golf the whole day. It was a clusterfuck. You could not do anything. So these people are walking up the hill, and it's like the normal, everyone's walking on the path, and people are like, I'm just going to take the shortcut, not knowing any better, take 3 steps and fucking wham, slam, covered in mud. Like people are wearing like costumes and stuff, like white, like just covered in mud. And then we're like, fuck, this is a mess. So we just like keep walking or whatever on to like the next couple holes. And we get to this point where it's like, the only way down is down a steep ass hill, or you can like backtrack and like walk down another shallower hill, but like go down. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to go down. So like, I take like the tiniest, like little steps and like make my way down. No one in our group fell the whole day. Like I was so surprised. That same hill, we saw 10 people fall in a 5-minute span. And it's just like they fall and they keep walking because they're thoroughly embarrassed. And then the next
probably
people
fucked up too.
Very fucked up. The next people come, don't see them, eat shit the same way. But yeah, I mean, the crowds were insane. Everyone was drunk as fuck. There was people pissing everywhere. They had one thing I will commend was sick. They had urinals that were the outside urinals. It was like a porta potty, but it was just like on 4 corners. It was a urinal. So you were just taking a piss outside, which was quite refreshing. But dude, there was piss everywhere. It was muddy. It was.
Would you do it again? Because I'm looking to go next year.
I would do it if we had a group. But
so you didn't make it out to 16?
No, you couldn't, dude. So
you'd have to get that. You'd have to get there at 5 if you want to go.
Right, or you could wait. You can. They have a line, so it's like basically when people filter out, they just send the next person to like refill spots.
So it's like a club, basically. Like
pretty much, yeah. So you can wait in line.
But what if I want to go get a
early.
beer and come back? I lose my spot.
I think they have some vendors, but like, you're pretty fucked.
Or if you have to take a piss.
A lot of people, I don't know what they do. I don't know what the protocol is. I shouldn't be speaking that term, but it was like crazy. So we finally
vlog.
Yeah, dude. It's not.
We'll do that next year. I'll go.
It's we finally, the family was like, okay, we'll split up for a couple hour, like whatever. We'll meet back on 16. I was like, I don't know whose idea that was, but it was like, why would we meet up on the busiest hole?
It sounds like
in all of
Mikey and
golf?
Sam.
Hey, I didn't say that. But anyways, So we go and like I was just like, I'll just go see what's up at hole 16 right now, like scout the area out. And I go and you can't move. Like you can like going up towards the hole, like shoulder to shoulder, like, and I'm pretty good at like shuffling by and just like elbowing people. I don't give a fuck. And then I could not get up. You could walk back, no problem. Could not walk towards the hole. Saw Andrew Shore and Drew Wessels in the commotion trying to get to 16, and I was like, said what's up to them, and then just like was like, oh, meeting up with family, got to keep going. Yeah, it was a mess. It was drunk guys.
Did you guys get pretty banged up?
No one in our crew really drank that much. It was the alcohol lines later in the day got pretty long. We got heckled at one point. So that's the thing. The golfers are talking about heckled. We got heckled. So we're walking with, I think it was Morgan, probably Christine, Kelly, and Mackenzie was there. And then me and John, and some guy in the stands is like 4 girls, 2 guys, that doesn't add up. And then Morgan was like, ew, that's gross. And then I was like, God damn it, now I got to say something. So like, I turn around, I was like, fuck you, you. I was like, you're fucking, I was like, small dick bitch. I was like, you're up there with 8 guys rubbing dicks. I was like, sick. I was like, you're sick. I was like, I bet you won't come down here. Just letting him have it. Because he was like in a good spot. There was no way he was leaving his spot. So I was like, I know for sure.
Down.
Yeah, I was like, fuck you. I was like, you're a pussy. And I was just like, literally just walking away. He'd shut up, and while I'm walking away, going the other way, just out loud over my head, fuck you, you're a bitch. Fucking puss. And then there's people next to me laughing and like turning around laughing at the guy. Now I'm like, fuck this clown, dude. But yeah, it's a mess. I don't know if I'd go back. The weather obviously was
that's probably
an issue. On a good Arizona weekend, it would probably be perfect. But I mean, it's definitely that group's scene, just day drinking But like there was a point where
I think it's be a one-day thing though. I think I want to do like a Friday or Saturday, and then I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah, you do other stuff. You go out to Scottsdale one of the other nights and or golf one of the days. But like Kelly said, she'd never stayed past 2:00. We were there till 4 because they were finishing Friday's round Saturday, and then they have a mandatory gap they have to take. So there was 2 hours of no golf. I had my poncho, I tied it off and like was flying it like a kite for an hour because there was nothing else to do. Like we saw like no golf. It was, from a golf standpoint, not the best thing to go to, but it was fun. I had a good time. But like I said, it was a cluster.
Oh, and like I said before, I wish I could have gone to my godbrother.
Hey, you know what? It's America. You probably could have gone, but it's free country.
Yeah, I mean that's just John's present's going to be a lot bigger this year, Kev. Because Mikey's getting nothing. All the money from Mikey's is going to John. John,
bro.
I'm sending it to Chandler, baby.
Send it right there. Yeah, no, I mean it was good though. The travel sucks. It's never fun. I hate traveling, but
I'm flying to Vegas tomorrow. Actually,
what are you doing in Vegas?
Britt has a show for the shop she's opening up, so we're doing Valentine's Day there.
Nice. Wow.
Gonna hit the tables. Maybe see Dana and Steve at the Red Rocks room.
Where'd you score a resi?
Huh?
Where'd you score a resi?
She got one at a place called Catch, and then Nobu.
Nice. I know Nobu.
Nobu Vegas. Shout out. Yeah,
shout
it'll be a
out.
good time. And then we'll be back Thursday night, and then and I don't know. Maybe I'll see Mikey this weekend for his birthday. Who knows? Probably get a text the day of.
Hey,
I don't know how that works.
Busy guy.
Right.
Kev Cal, what you been up to? Big bullin'?
Man.
Kevy Leland.
Meek and just kind of not much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Not much. I don't know. Not much new, man. I mean, shoot. I don't know. Baseball season's around the corner. You know, day after the Super Bowl. Let's
go.
There we
next
go.
little chapter.
Shohei.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Little League tryouts would usually be like right now, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they've already happened.
On what night was it? At 2020 in the back. 2 weeks ago I don't know if it was the Majors draft. The Lincoln Glen draft is going
That's
on
awesome.
at 2020. Yeah. It was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Kev, where were you draft pick wise in Little League? Were you a first rounder later years?
Your coach's kid was always the third round.
Oh wow, that's kind of nice.
Really?
Yeah.
So it allows you to kind of yeah. Because ours definitely
every dad had a son that played.
Well,
Coach had a son.
Yeah.
Every dad had a son.
Yeah, no, that's right. So,
that's the title of today's. I'm freaking dead.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, it was a third round. So it was always slotted. So it was nice.
That is pretty nice. It's no pressure. So what if a coach had multiple kids? Was it like third, sixth? That's what I mean.
No, I think it went consecutive after that 3, 4. Whoever you had.
So that's what ours. I think ours at Lincoln Glen would be like whatever they would like rank you in tryouts and whatever like the consensus rank you were is where you had to be taken. Or
that's why my dad always told me to just
throw tryouts.
Throw the tryout.
Yeah.
So I was always a 15th rounder.
That's what honestly. That's what my dad would always be like. You don't have to do. I mean, just tryouts. Don't blow your arm out today.
The third one, let that one get through, huh? Kind of like Space Jam. Slider outside, don't swing.
I told you not to swing. Yeah, no, that's fun. I remember, dude, the Branham Hills days. They were the first ones we used to inter squad or interleague with way back in the day. AAA. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, we played there a bunch of times.
Yeah, because we played on that dirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. The minors, the shitty minors.
Which is, that's AAA.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely, I think that's the first time where it started.
Did you umpire at all?
Nope.
Yeah, same. Boog, were you? Did you ever? No. You never got the call from Big Mike Holback to throw it in, Todd. Now, were you a behind the plate guy or a field? I field only.
I was both. I'm
not $5 extra is not worth.
I humped a couple. Which I don't know how they let that happen, but I was behind that plate for a couple of Books AAA games.
That's so bad.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
Like, I got a sign, and I'm like, all right, well, my brother's hitting leadoff for this team. I guess I'm like,
how was the zone, Boog? Let's say Todd stopped there. Boog, what was the zone like?
I mean, I barely remember, but I remember I was pretty good.
Feeling good, knew you weren't getting rung up anything close.
I'll never forget. I had because I did one. I was behind the plate for a couple times, and I was fine with it. Because I mean, if you're gonna be a dick, because I only did like minors and AAA. I didn't do majors, obviously.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna yell at a kid doing it, and I was as judicious as I could be, but you have but they basically gave you like a pillow, right? And not a pillow, but like a pad. It was basically nothing. And
so
I had like
good.
shin guards and stuff. And I vividly remember, I had it. And again, it's minor, so they're not throwing hard.
Yeah.
But
a foul tip comes in.
So I freaking, the guy swings foul tip, and I kind of brought it low, and it went right into my shoulder. I was like, and I was like, and I was like dead arm the rest of the game. Like, oh my God. I don't know if Mark or someone, I was like, my arm hurts so bad right now. It happened in like this second inning. I'm like, I'm so fucked. But then another good time, I was behind the plate, and my allergies that day were going through the roof, and my nose is like, was just like bad. Like it was leaking. I forgot who was with me. And it was like the fourth inning. And I had the lineup card. I'm like, they're not making any more changes. And I just fucking blew my nose with the lineup card. I had to do it and put it back in the pocket. I'm like, that's done.
That is good.
But when I got a call, the last game I ever did was with Jake Wilson.
Shit.
Holdback call. This was the end of the year. This was like it had to be beginning of June. Yeah. I think beginning of June. He's like, hey, I need you. Jake Wilson's in. I need you to do the minor league championship.
Oh wow!
On the major field, the field umpire. I'm like, and it was Vander Esch's birthday, and I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of cutting it close.
Dylan.
So I was in like 7th grade, I think. Yeah, I was 7th grade.
Yeah.
So I'm behind And it's an intense game. Like it's really intense because it's a championship, obviously, and it's back and forth. There's a close game. Like one of the coaches like is in like Jake's grill and stuff like that. We like got to call time and stuff. And then honestly, it might have been Clay's team. That was the minor.
I was really gonna say because I
so
remember
bad.
Like him and Derek Bowerly were on the same.
So Big Willie was playing. Because I called him out. I rung him up. So, so literally, I'm like, and I'm checking my phone, and I'm talking to Jake, and I'm like, dude, I'm late for Van Der Esch's birthday party. I'm like, I don't know if the game got delayed or just kept going, and there's
no drop dead.
No, and it was top 6, and I look at Jake, and I'm like, anything close, they're done. I'm calling it.
Oh, you were behind the plate?
No. I'm in the field. I said anything, and he's like, "Yeah, did you care?" I'm like, "Yeah,
bang bang,
anything."
God, little kids, man.
It was literally, no, literally.
You're changing the trajectory of lives. This kid is a loser for the rest of his life now.
2 outs. Will Crummy hit it.
Oh wow,
Willie hits one. And I'm like doing like get the angle at first, and he probably beat it by a step. I'm like, we
just
win.
ran
Jake,
off.
Like, yeah, I was like, you're done, and then like everyone's like, what? I'm like, yep, he's out. All right, let's go. I gotta go. Like mom picked me up. I'm out. See you later. All right, you guys have a good year.
Thanks for the $20, Ben.
Oh my god.
It was like he probably got it by a step, and I was like, ha.
That is
Yeah.
so good. We've had.
Was there like a runner on, or was it like?
No, I mean it was I wouldn't have gone if it was bang bang and there was like had a shot, but no, it was 2 outs. There's no one on,
And like the game was over.
I think they were up like 1 or 2 runs, probably 1, but
That's worth
I
it.
was
Will
just-
Crummy can take a loss.
no, that's the only reason why I knew that was going to be. And one of the coaches, there was a team that ended up losing. The guy that yelled at Jake, he was a dick. So I was like, hey,
Yeah.
and that's why Jake's like, yeah, if it's close, fuck this guy.
That's like, was it that Blue Angels team that always stayed together? What was
yeah,
that
that's
fucking loser,
It
dude?
might have been.
That guy,
I don't know.
Yeah.
he was
that
the one
guy
we
was-
routinely had issues with. And me and JB, we were the crew that always ran together. And JB loved doing behind the plate because, I mean, the ball's in his hands. He can do whatever he wants. Someone pisses him off, you're gonna get a tighter zone. That's for goddamn sure. But there was one time. This game was fucking crazy. It starts off, I'm 11 years old, and no, I must have been 12. And there's this kid in 6th grade, or I don't know what it was. Whatever grade I was in, this kid was in my grade, and I was umpiring his game. He was like young and wasn't good enough for major. He was like an 11-year-old in major or in minors. So I'm umpiring his game. It's already weird to start. It's against Blum or whatever the fuck that guy's team name is, and he's arguing with JB the whole game, and Justin's like kind of giving it back to him, like not caring, like not stopping the game, just like chirping under the mask, like whatever. And so we get 5th inning, whatever, and like the snack shack, we can see that the thing's down, and he's like, I wonder if, what's the redhead lady's Kathy. It's like, I wonder if Kathy's still in there. And so we're literally talking about the snack shack. The coach comes in to like make a change, and Justin's like, oh, okay, got it, whatever. And so like, I forget what it is. It ends up going to the 6th inning, and Justin's like, in between that inning again, is like, I want a hot dog so bad. And like an LG boiled dog is like, there's nothing that compares. There, it's like in the foil, the bung, it's a little soggy. It is so good. But anyways, it's like a close game, and like these guys are like coming back, and Justin's like, you can tell body language behind the plate is not good. Like every time it's like a shoulder roll, like a goddamn it. And I'm like, what are we doing? As I'm like, this is so bad. And so I think it was like a guy on 1st and 2nd, and they might have been down 1 still. But again, they're on a heater, and it's I think 3-2 count. I mean, not to sound too cliche, 3-2, 2 outs. Ball literally bounces off the plate. Strike 3, fucking rung him up on a ball that it was like an ephus pitch because they're throwing so slow. Bounced off the plate, and JB rung him up and said, let's get out of here. Hopped the center field fence and went straight to the snack shack. Just an incredible.
This on the minor field?
This is on the minor, yeah, AAA field, yeah. So it was just incredible. Yeah. Umpiring, that's so much pressure for us young kids. Looking back.
I still can't believe they let us do that.
With no training. We didn't, it's not like we went to like a 1 day, maybe.
But they only gave it to
class.
guys that they knew would be fine.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't.
There was a game where Clay Crucifulli had to, Clay Wilson had to, sub play because like a bunch
not
of guys
enough
were
guys.
sick.
Yeah.
And we were playing Crucifulli's team, and Anthony Navarro was in the was the field ump, and they kept intentionally walking me, and so then the next batter's Clay hits a grand slam, and I'm like, that's what you fuck. I'm like just going nuts, fucking 12-year-old me, and then so there's like a crucial play in the game, and Anthony like calls the guy out, and like we're off the field, and then like Crucifulli sprints on.
Wait, how old is?
He's a 12.
Why is he umping your guys' game?
That's just what it was.
We never had 12-year-olds. We had
that's just the way.
After Sarge died, shit went downhill.
They literally so then Crucifulli makes Anthony like go talk to the home umpire, and then they change the call. We have to go all back on the field.
Who was the home plate? Was it a real umpire?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then.
Oh,
that's crazy. Whenever we did that, I would go up. Literally, it would only be me and Justin. I would go, I'm not changing this call. You're not changing any of my calls. Got it. Okay. Yeah. No, he's safe. Just like what? I mean, that's crazy that he went and changed the call.
And we ended up losing the game. And I will say, like, Waterworks for shit. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was pissed. Like, I remember because Scott Bindy's dad was the assistant
legend,
coach.
nicest guy.
I remember I was like, you know this is wrong. You know this is wrong.
That's so good. Yeah, just you know this is wrong.
Yeah, Boog's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was a lot of pressure to put kids in umpiring, but it was fun. It was
good money too. It was like $20 a game.
$20 a game, and it just right to the snack shack, give me a card, and fucking load me up.
Joe, that was good money back then.
Yeah, Kev, take you a long way. Wow, umpiring days. Boog just moved out of Reno.
Yeah, for 8 hours of driving today for the old.
Just straight to it. So you went this morning?
Yeah.
Damn.
Me and my pops and old Nikki Franza.
So what was
Nikki? Yeah.
What's the driving sitch on the way up? You take your car?
Yeah, TS wanted the back seat.
Nice.
Wanted to, and so good. So
Nick's in the front. That's a shit show.
Was Nikki F hitting the blue raz or what?
No, we were talking
the whole way.
We were talking about everything. He's off the blue raz, but he said he's like, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I've been off the blue raz, and he's like, smoking a lot of weed though.
The best.
But it was funny because my dad was in the back seat and he was like dozing off, and because we were talking like the first good portion of the ride, and then he started kind of dozing off, and I didn't put anything on yet, but I knew it was about to be 10 o'clock, and I always get a notification for the MMA hour. Yeah. And I always play on Monday and Wednesdays, and he hates Ariel's intro. He thinks it's like the dumbest thing.
As soon as you
so I was like watch this, and I turned it up, and he starts doing. He's like shaking.
TS.
Yeah. So and then we threw Rogers and Rogan on.
Nice. How was that? I didn't listen to that.
It was good. They got into the Vax, got into Rogers Achilles. Only got 20 minutes through because TS was done with it. But,
yeah, Rogers says he should be back. He just can't go full speed. So that's not going to work.
No sense. Got to have good protection.
Playing a box. I already said playing a box.
Yeah, because I've done it before in my career.
He did have cast stuff.
There was a good one that he was like, oh yeah, like I learned a lot about like myself and medicine through this. He's like, I'm sure a lot of people don't want to hear about that.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah, people fucking hate when he talks anything. But hey, Aaron Rodgers. Todd, you still a Rodgers guy?
Oh yeah. Till the death, baby. Till death do us part.
They did.
Rodgers and now fucking J-Love. Wow. 3 cannons, Kev. 3 cannons.
Cannons, people. Were you surprised at the amount of shit you had left behind in Reno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so good. So my dad was expecting like everything in boxes, and like we just had
Nothing
to, like,
was packed.
we just had to like get. And he said,
What
it
the
was,
fuck?
like,
Does he know who his kid is? That is a crazy.
Yeah, I
that
know,
is a crazy
seriously.
expectation.
You didn't pack everything up. I was like, nah.
And you went. It's not like you went back. You could have packed it up the last time.
Well, to my defense, it was
In my defense.
In my defense, it was about a storm in like San Jose and Sac.
Right.
The other time, so
Beating it back.
my mom was like, "You got to get home," so I just like threw a
Makes
bunch of
sense.
shit.
How was the weather going up? No weather.
Yeah, it was all good.
Nice. Lots of snow on the side.
In Truckee, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of snow in Reno, but not too bad.
That's good. And now, so getting it back, did you guys end up renting a U-Haul?
It's out there right now.
Oh, you drove it?
Well, my dad drove it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
And
say
then,
those are a bitch to drive.
No, it's only the 10, so it drives like a car. It's not too bad.
Okay.
But yeah. So actually, it's gonna be quite the adventure.
Wow,
these
so
next
dad
couple
drove that
days.
alone?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was good. We hit traffic in oh my god, we almost had a fucking bad accident. A trucker like with a thing on the back, like you know the part where all those
The
truckers are on the
turn-offs?
side.
Oh, yeah.
One of the guys came out very slow, and I'm on the other side because I gotta like wait for TS, and then so I'm like literally laying on my horn, and then I see my dad got over, so I'm like, oh, he's gonna let me in, and then like I get over, and it's like one of those one where everyone has to slam on their brakes, so I'm like, fuck, and then like I see my dad like jolt left, and I'm like, if he
Killed you and Nick. He
I
smushed
didn't
you.
even say to go to get to kill, but I was like, if he rear-ended me, like we didn't like get the
Dude,
insurance
in
for
that big of
U-Haul.
a truck, I know it's only 10 foot. Those things are heavy as fuck with all your shit in it. You guys would have been
Could have flipped over.
pancakes. Well, that's the other thing. He could have went over. Was it like, were you past Sacramento or like you still
No, we're on
going
the
at the,
mountain.
yeah.
That's right. He
is
just used to do the Tom
sketch.
Toretto.
Thank God
unbuckle and
he,
jump out.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
then
Toretto.
and then we dropped him off, and then Nick brought it here, and just from Saratoga to fucking here, I was like, God damn, get this guy off the road.
Yeah. They're just big. If you've never driven like a big car, they're just
Because like I got over, and then I kept looking. I'm like, get over, Nick, and then next thing I know, he's whizzing by me. He's like, did you see me? I'm like, yeah, I did.
couldn't fucking miss you, you idiot. That's good though. Yeah, that's sad now that everything's officially
It was a little bittersweet, I must say.
out of Reno.
I was like, damn, like this was not a lot of responsibilities when I was here. I was chilling.
Just the wall, baby.
That's the one nice thing about living on your own is you can just kind of do whatever the fuck you want. You don't owe anything to anyone but the
A lot
landlord.
of classes skipped, Kev. A lot of classes skipped.
Hey. That was my middle name in college. Classes skipped.
Class skipped Meeker. That's what they said.
Last episode, he wanted to be a doctor.
What? Oh, chiropractor? I
yeah.
still watch those vids, man.
Get in there. Fuck it.
I don't know if I could crack someone's.
They do pet ones.
I know.
Dude, that looks so bad. Like people that get their babies aligned and shit. I'm like, how?
I definitely need to get shit for my back, but
Have
I
you
just
tried
think it's
stretching
really
your
interesting.
hammies?
yeah, no, I've been doing hammy stuff. Yeah, with Raikal, but no, yeah, it's I don't know. I like watching those. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Because I feeling I would have no idea, but they're like, oh yeah, that's out of place. Bang.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. Like they could just be popping
One
random
bad
shit.
move
I don't know.
and you're Oscar.
Yeah. How many? Sorry to get off topic real quick. How many energy drinks did you end up with today?
I didn't even finish that, but I will say it was because I had not gone number 2 yet, and I knew if I started doing a number, I would have to stop.
TS, any energy drinks?
Good.
Love that. Off the sauce still.
Good.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about it. It was funny though. Boog almost had to save a life second time.
Slip one.
Oh my God.
Crazy, man.
I almost fucking died in that chair one time. Same thing. I was having a panic attack. Meek had to talk me off a ledge.
From caffeine?
From little this, little that.
I could only imagine the Meek talk off the ledge.
It was Meek was panicking more than me. And I was having a panic attack. And I was like, Have you ever like fainted or like any of that where like it's happening, but you can't get yourself out of it? Like
Never fainted.
I fainted 3 times in my life. Once was the first one, I guess you call it faint. I went out at the baseball game, but after that, like that summer, I fainted twice, and we talked about it on here. But like it's happening, but it's just like it's closing in on you, and like you can't, like you want to say something, like everything's saying like grab a hold or like tell someone, and you just like can't get words out, and then you fucking eat it. But that was like the panic attack. Like everything was like you're fine. You've done this a million times. Like you're in the same place you always are day after day. Like, and I just like couldn't get myself out of it. And then I think we threw on Lone Survivor, and I think it ended up. I think that pulled me out of it. Honestly,
those stuff like that could pull you out of it.
You just forget about it once. Super Freak, Rick James, bitch.
You just rally.
I've seen, the walls have closed in on.
Yeah, it's a weird. It looks like you're looking through a straw, and you're just like,
that's perhaps why I'm not really a fun guy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, let's see.
Shout out Belong.
Well,
hell yeah, the eye poke heard around the world.
If you microdose the fun guy, then you'll be fine.
No, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, different strokes, different folks. But
also, Kyle just texted me back, so we're on.
Wow.
Shout
All
out
it took
Kyle.
is a pod. We love it. Shout out Twist. Shout out Reebok. And
Wow, Reebok.
I think that's where we'll end this one,
All
folks.
right.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.